Hello everyone, happy weekend. It is now Friday evening and I'm going to try to put this video up this evening hopefully, but it could be Saturday before you see it. I'm not sure, depending on how long it will take to upload. But good evening to everyone, and I hope everyone is doing well. And I am here tonight. It is a little dark over here, guys, because I did not bring my other lamp in here. I only have one light on, and definitely you can see how dark it looks. But I have Amani Taylor over here, my little Amani, and she is Willow, and my light is going away. She is Willow Awake by Clear Taylor Dolls. Stay light. And then over here I have Sayge, who is Sayge Asleep by Clear Taylor Dolls, and he's Jameson Sayge, and he's the Sayge Asleep by Clear Taylor Dolls. And they are both full body silicone babies, as you can see by looking at them. So I wanted to do a video. It was actually a requested video from a couple of weeks ago. Someone asked me about would I do a video comparing or just showing the Sayge sculpt and the Willow sculpt. And the Willows have Willow Asleeps and Willow Awakes. Basically, it's the same body style. The Asleep and the Awake babies is just that she's awake. Their faces look slightly different, the Asleep and the Awake, but pretty much they're the same size, the length and everything. The body is exactly the same. It's just that their eyes are open. And then there's also a Sayge Awake, which is basically the same sculpt, same length and size of the Sayge Awake baby as the Sayge Asleep. It's just that his eyes are closed and he's asleep. So both of these babies were sold as kit editions, meaning they were sold as blank kits. So that means they were poured and sculpted. Well, I said it backwards. Sculpted, molded, poured into silicone by Clear Taylor. And they are Clear Taylor sculpts. And then she sold them blank. And then that means that the artist that you get for your doll paints it and roots the hair, or you yourself could paint and root your own doll's hair. So Amani was sold blank and she was painted and hair rooted by artist Paula Briggs. And then Sayge here was sold blank, and I painted and rooted his hair. So I have two of my Clear Taylor dolls, as I was talking about in my previous video, where these two are not fully completed by Clear Taylor, and they're both sold as kit editions, as I just explained. So that is why I'm doing this video with the two of them. And I also wanted to see the two of them together. And believe it or not, I finished Sayge about over 6 weeks ago at this point. And I had not really put them together like they are right now. I actually thought their skin tones were closer than it is. I also thought their hair color was more of the same, but it's not. Hers is still a little more like that auburn reddish brown than his. His is brown too, but it's darker than hers. And I also gave him another new hairstyle, as you guys can see. I keep changing up his hair. So now he has more of, it's flat on the sides and curly in the top. So I just keep kind of experimenting with hairstyles with him. And Amani's hair, I still kept it more kind of fluffy and curly, and I kind of like her hair like this. I had clipped her hair a couple of months ago, and I do prefer it like this. It's not as long as it was when I first got her home. And then his hair, I also clipped it a little bit, if you can tell. I ended up clipping it a little. It seems to be easier to maintain when they don't have such long hair. But both of these babies are one-piece pours. As you can see, they have the attached, like all one-piece attached flexible necks. Everything is all attached into one piece. They are both of them are soft silicone. Now, if you could tell by me squeezing her and just look how floppy her legs are, she's softer than him. She has the elbow armature, and I love how they work. But if you can just tell by looking at her, like how her silicone moves and me squeezing her belly and her cheeks, to me, she is much softer, her silicone blend, than his. Although they are both, if you see his belly is firmer, he does not have any armature in, so his arms, they'll stay up a little bit, but they're not going to stay up like hers with her elbow armature. But his arms, his silicone feels heavier than hers to me. It's something different about it. He's soft, as you can see, but he's not as soft as her. Their silicone blend is completely different. You see when I squeeze his legs? They squeeze, they're soft, but they are not as soft as Amani's. Amani is like, I would describe is like, she's like butter. Like, I love how she feels. Some people don't like the super soft silicone like Amani is. She is very, very soft. Sayge, I like his softness because I like it also because it's just a little firmer. His legs move, but you see they're not quite as flopping around as Amani's. They just feel completely different, and that's something I wanted to also point out in this video while I have the both of them here. I hear a lot of collectors say that they don't like the soft silicone, and they will refer to Claire Taylor's dolls in particular. I'm talking about specifically because I've had pretty much Claire Taylor's edition dolls that are all done by her. Their silicone is completely different, very soft, but a whole different softness than the kit edition dolls like these babies. But all of the kit edition silicones are not the same either, and that's what I wanted to show. You have two kits here by Claire Taylor, both her silicone, both her kits. She poured them, but they are completely different. The silicone pour, the mix is different. From kit to kit, doll to doll, they're different. So when you say you don't like soft silicone, or you won't buy a kit edition doll from Claire Taylor because it's going to be too soft, softer than you prefer, that is a difficult statement to make, because even with her own dolls, their softnesses vary even within the kits. I'm pretty sure some of the Sages may be even softer than mine's, and then some of the Willows may be more firmer than Amani, because I had a Willow asleep boy, which you guys that were following me know, my Jackson, and him and Amani both were Willow kits, sold blank, and their silicone was completely different. My Willow boy, the asleep, was like in between these two with his softness. He wasn't quite as firm as Sayge here, and he wasn't as soft as Amani here. Amani was way softer than her twin Willow asleep boy that I had. So you can't really lump all of these babies into one box is what I'm trying to say. If you felt one, you cannot say, oh, I've had one of them, I know how they feel, they're too soft for me. They all feel different. You kind of get to feel the doll when you get the doll, because each pour could be slightly different than the other baby you had. I've had a Sayge Awake. He was also a little bit firm, just like this baby, but I think he might have been a little softer than this one. And I love how this one feels, because he's soft, but he's perfect. He's not too soft and he's not too firm. He's like perfect. If you want perfect, his silicone is perfect. It's right in the middle. is not too soft and is not too firm. He does not fall and flop all over the place like I hear people saying. Now, Amani, on the other hand, you have to hold on to her a little more because she is very soft and she does flop a lot. So my point is, you can't lump all of them in the same bunch because all of the babies feel different. I've had numerous addition dolls all done by Claire Taylor, like my Layla, my Janica boy I had last year, my Andrew I have. All of those was completed edition dolls by Claire Taylor. And again, all of their silicones are also different from doll to doll. So I just wanted to explain that as well while I'm doing this video. And I'm going to try to change these guys, the two of them in this video, but it looks so dark in this crib, even with the ring light. It's like I should have brought my other light in here. And I didn't because it's in the back in my room because I was taking pictures back there and I actually need that light up here. But anyway, so with the Willow and the Sayge, the Willow, Amani is longer than him. If you see when I stretch out their leg, she is 21 inches. What I like about the Willow, their legs can pretty much straighten almost completely straight, or you can bend them and have their legs up because they're so soft and they are flexible. And the way their legs are sculpted, they're just very posable, the Willow's legs. I love how she sculpted these legs. This is the new way she's been sculpting a lot of her baby's legs, Claire Taylor. And they are very, very lifelike, and they just full length, mobile. You can do anything pretty much with their legs and the arms, except Amani's arms have a little more control because she has those elbow armatures. But these Willows, I love the way they're sculpted. They are very, very realistically sculpted. Just everything about them. And I love the one-piece paw on them. And when you hold them, their heads just move so much, almost like they're alive. Now, he is more compact. He is 19.5 inches. He's shorter than her. This sculpt is chubbier, as you can see. Definitely more of a chubbier looking, shorter baby, which I love that about this baby. He's more compact. When you hold him, as I said, he's not flopping all over the place. His legs are more sculpted where they're not going to be as flopping all over like hers. His legs are shorter than hers. They're chubbier. His feet are chubbier than hers. These babies, the Willow's feet are also very realistically sculpted. I like how their feet are too. The Willows still, I have to say, by far are one of my most favorite, all-time favorite of Claire Taylor sculpts that I've had to date. And that has not changed. But I love both sculpts for different reasons. Like, I love how this baby feels when you hold him, his weight to him. And then, like I said, he's shorter, he's chubbier, he is just more compact to hold. He doesn't flop around as much, and it has to do with his silicone pore, but I think also because he's a shorter baby. And he just seems more of that newborn size. Whereas even though he's chubby, he's a chubby newborn, but more newborn than this baby. The Willows seem more like, say, if the baby is 2 to 3 months old, to me, size. And the Willows have a bigger head. And they have a bigger head. Now, the Sayge has a nice size head too, but it's not quite as big as the Willow's head. And I guess that's why when you hold the Willows, their heads move around, and I'm telling you, it's almost like they coming to life. But those are just some of the differences in them. I like that both Sculpts have these open mouths. Like their mouths are they just pretty much stay a little open. It makes it way easier to put pacifiers and stuff in their mouth. You don't have to worry about if you leave the passy in their mouth, it's not going to do anything because their mouth is already sculpted open. Anything else? That's pretty much it. As far as like comparing the differences, it's pretty much what you're looking for and what size baby you want. Both of them can fit size 3 months clothing though, because they're both a nice size baby and they're not like a tiny newborn where they need a newborn size. I put 3 months on both of these Sculpts can wear 3 month size. So I am going to quickly try to change them. He has this car or vehicle onesie with all of these vehicles on it. I can't seem to get away from the gold and the yellow. Everything I picked up was gold or yellow, like I'm into that color right now. And then it has this little shirt with this truck. I forgot what kind of truck you call this, where it scoops up the dirt or whatever. I could put the shirt over the onesie, but he don't really need both because it's so warm. It was like 90 degrees here. And then it has these little charcoal heather gray shorts. So that is his outfit. I didn't really take out like shoes or anything. And then she has this lemon romper, all one piece little lemon romper, has little snaps in the back, and I took out a yellow headband. Now she does have sandals out, but I don't know if I'm going to like them on her. I have to try them on, but I wasn't really planning on putting shoes on them, so I don't know. Let's see my time right now. Not too bad. So if you are new, please subscribe to my channel while you're here. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I put up new videos. This romper is an Old Navy 0 to 3 months. And I love the back of them. The back of these babies. Amani has a lot of shiny spots. Like I need to mat her. Like she needs to be matted. Do I have my I don't know if I have it up here, my little blush brush and my powder. What did I do with it? I had it up here and then of course I probably took it in the back and I need it. But anyway, I guess I'll powder her later off camera. Because I would have put some on her right now. Your hair is a mess in the back, little boy. But I like how you can put both of them on their tummies and their heads turn nicely with them on their tummy. So I do like how although they're all in one piece, they can easily turn over on to their tummy and lay like this. And I want that powder. That's what I'm thinking about. Where did I put it at? 1 second, guys. Because I had it back. Oh, it is in my room. It is. So I can't do it right now. I remember now. I took it back there when I was changing all of them. And I had put a little bit of powder on all of them. Because when it's summertime, sometimes I like to just put a little powder on my babies. It keeps their silicone nice and smooth where it don't get that little tacky feeling to it when it's like warm in the room or whatever, or in the house. Even with the air conditioner on, I found sometimes my babies, they can get tacky, the silicone. So when I had changed all of them before the last video, I had powdered all of them. So that is the back of them, and he is just so adorable. Like when I lay him on his tummy, he looks so cute because he's so chubby and short. Like her, she's a little longer. I like her on her little tummy too, where you can kind of put her little legs up in that little baby pose and put them like that. So I do love like how they look on their tummies. And as you can tell also from Amani's back, how her silicone wrinkles, because her silicone is a little softer than his. Now he'll wrinkle too if I twist him, but her, I don't have to do anything. She just wrinkles because she's way softer than him. And these babies are both kits. Let me say that again. But yet their silicone is still different. She's softer than him. So you cannot lump all of the babies into one category and say, oh, they're all soft. They're all too soft. They're different. You would have to feel the baby when you get it to tell how soft it is, or if it's going to be too soft for you, because all of them, they actually all are poured. They're handmade dolls. The mix from doll to doll is different. That's just how it is. And you see, that's why I like to have that blush brush up here, because I don't like picking them with my nails. And this brush is really soft, the goat hair brush, so I can get like the little hairs off of them without picking it. But that's why I like to have my little blush brush up here to get the hairs and lint and stuff off of them rather than picking them with my fingernails. You see how her leg just bent like that? She's very bendable, wrinkly, and all that. Like her thighs wrinkle. This baby wrinkles everywhere because she's so soft. And that's what I love about her. But do I want all of my babies as soft as Amani? No, I don't want all of them as soft as her. I love how soft she is. And I love that I have one as soft as she is. But I definitely would not say, oh, I want all of them as soft like Amani. I like the variations in my dolls, how they just kind of all feel different from one another. I actually appreciate the differences in them. So when I pick them up, they all are different sizes, and they silicone, you know, they just feel different from one another. And I actually can appreciate that. So for me, I like, you know, those different variations in my dolls. And I like to have at least one of them where they have that little soft, mushy silicone, squishy, mushy, like Amani is. But of course, everybody's preferences are different. So I might love how squishy she is, and the next collector could absolutely hate that because they don't like that soft silicone at all. You know, it could just be too soft for them and they don't like it. And there's nothing wrong with that, but all I'm saying is that you can't lump all the babies into one category if you haven't actually felt them, because from baby to baby, they feel different. Like I said, the first Sayge I had, the Sayge Awake, he felt a little softer than this Sayge Asleep. And that was about 2 years when I had the Sayge Awake. The outfit I'm putting on him is a size 3 months. And as you can see how he fits it so well. More for his chubbiness, not necessarily his length. The length of him, could fit a newborn because he's short. But because he's so nice and chubby and thick, he needs a 3-month size clothes. Where it may be a little long for him, but his, you know, he'll fill it out with his weight. Okay, I think I'm gonna just leave him with his little onesie and not put the shirt because it's kind of warm for him to have the shirt too. And the other thing I left in my room is my liquidy KY. So I have the regular jelly KY up here, so I'm gonna have to use this one. And this is a green passy itsy ritzy. It's like a that army green color, which he actually should have had gray, but for some reason I picked out this green one to match his outfit. It kind of goes with it, but it's green, not gray. All right, so let's just put her little romper on. And so I hope I explained everything well. Both of these babies are about 9 pounds and 2 ounces or something like that. They're a little over 9 pounds. They feel about the same weight when you pick them up. It's just that the difference is Amani, she's longer than him. Her head is bigger than his, like I said. I don't know the exact measurements, though. I would have to go remeasure their head circumference. But definitely her head seems to be a little bit bigger than his. I should have measured it before the video. And that, of course, my ruler is in the back, too, in my bedroom. I tell you, nothing is up here that I need right now. I could have measured their heads right now. But my tape measure is way in the back. Along with my blush brush, because this girl needs some powder on her little back. So I'm going to have to powder her back when I go in the room. So anyway, guys, Mother's Day is coming up this Sunday. So before the video ends, I wanted to say enjoy your Mother's Day to everyone. And even if you don't have children, you might have godchildren, nieces and nephews that you help take care of. So all of that, you know, in some way, all of us are, it's like somebody's mother in some way. I have 5 real children, 4 girls and 1 boy. And then I have my dolly babies, my fake babies. So everyone enjoy your Mother's Day this Sunday. If I don't get back on and do another video by then, have a wonderful Mother's Day weekend. And she got that headband. It's not really the correct yellow, but I found out I don't really have like too many yellow headbands. Like I need to look for like this color yellow. I don't really have. Nothing I took out really matched this particular yellow. And his outfit, if I didn't say, is Carter's. And I've had it for the longest and nobody ever wore it. And she's getting a Itsy Ritzy. This is the mustard one. The passy, the silicone passy, which I probably put too much of that KY on it. And she will spit it out sometimes. If it's too slippery, she'll keep spitting it out. But, so that is both of my babies this Friday. And it's like all of my babies need to be changed again. I don't know if I'm going to get to change all of them on camera. But if I don't, I will change them and put up pictures on my community post and on my Instagram. Please follow us over on Instagram. My Instagram link is always under my videos in the description. I think I did put this sandal on her. And it's like their size 3 months, I think. 0 to 3 months, but they seem like they still too big for her little foot. They don't actually fit her foot. So I don't really like them on her. They just don't fit her foot. So yeah, I'm going to leave her without shoes too. I have yet to really find a sandal that I like on Amani's feet. I have shoes that I put on her. I like on her like them Crier and Company crib shoes. I love those on her foot. But like sandals, I haven't really found like a sandal that I could say like I truly love on Amani's foot yet. So that is the babies, guys. So we will see you in the next video. And this camera was kind of down and you almost couldn't see him. I'm sorry. I hope you guys saw him good enough. Bring you back over here before I stop the video. And there they are. So please share the video, like and comment below. And If I left off anything, you can ask below. Anything about these particular babies. The Willows are all sold out. The only way you can get a Willow, because I know somebody will ask that, Willow asleep, Willow awake, you would have to find a collector that's selling their secondary market. The Sayge asleeps, I believe she might put out another set of them, but I'm not sure. I think she's already put out at least 20 of these Willow asleeps at this point. I believe 20 have been released. I don't know if she's going to do another set of them. She usually does like 5 of them at a time when she releases them. And go over to Clear Taylor Dolls channel, subscribe to her channel. Then you'll see how you can click and go over to cleartaylordolls.com and go to her website. On her website, subscribe to her mailing list, and you'll get an email whenever she releases new dolls. That is how you get Clear Taylor's dolls. And the Sayge Awakes are also all sold out. So if you wanted an awake Sayge, you would have to look again for someone selling theirs on the secondary market. And that is all for now. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.